What's up, my fellow beasts? It's your boy Bad Beast back with another combo video, and this time we've got the Lord of Apokolyps himself, Darkseid, so let's go ahead and get into it. Kicking it off as always, guys, if you want to skip the breakdown and just go straight to the big combo, check the description and I'll leave the timestamp for that down below. But we're going to go ahead and start off the breakdown with his character power, and that is his parademons. Now you just press circle regularly for his flying parademon. Now this one, you can step back and forth. He can shoot from a distance real quick and just do a little bit of damage. Now guys, I really don't think that these are like paramount for playing as Darkseid, but they can help you you know, do a little damage, and they're a little bit annoying to the enemy. So if you just press circle regularly, it'll bring out the flying parademon, and if you press circle regularly with the flying parademon, he will use that fireball that you just saw him shoot, and if you use forward and circle with the flying parademon, he'll fly towards him and hit him like that. Now this combo of buttons, the sequence, is the same for all of them. So you press back and circle and it brings up the charging parademon, regular circle, does a little teleporting jump hit right there like that. When you bring him out again, forward and circle just kind of jumps into him like that. Couple of little annoying hits. Now explosive parademon is a little bit different. You press forward and circle and that brings him out right where your opponent is at the moment. And when you press circle, he just detonates on him. It does a little damage, makes him fly a little bit. So you can do a little bit of extra damage, maybe kind of get him away from you with this. And just kind of keep him away with it if you need to get some spacing. Again, I don't really recommend using these, you know, paramount or anything to use as Darkseid, but they are good for being a little bit annoying and stuff, so you can use them for that. Next, guys, probably one of my favorite things about Darkseid, his Omega beams. Now I love these as reading a comic. You know, I've read comics with him and I've always loved his eye beams like this. They're just so unique and characteristic. So you press down forward square, down forward X for the Xbox, and it looks like this. They just kind of, you know, go all over the place. A lot of the times when you use these, your opponent really doesn't know which one you're using because they're so unpredictable and they just shoot fast towards the enemy. And a lot of times they don't have time to react. If they're just blocking already, it might, you know, they might block it, but a lot of times they don't have time to react. So down forward square is the regular one, down back square is the low Omega Blast. It doesn't go real far, but it is a low hit, so if they're blocking up and they're not crouching or anything, you can use the low one to hit them from below. And the air Omega beams, you can use it in the air, so you can shoot it above like that. And the upward Omega beams, you can shoot them up in the air. Now if you meter burn these, meter burn the upward one, they come down and they'll hit your opponent like that. Meter burn the other ones and you can shoot them and they'll do a little more damage, send them launching. So these are really good for getting some distance and zoning on your opponent, guys. So remember these for when they're zoning you or you need to zone them for a little bit. Give yourself some time to think or just try to get in on them. You can use these to do that. Next, guys, we have the Palm Blast and the Flying Knee. Now I'm grouping some of these together because there's a lot to cover and I don't want to take up a whole lot of time, so I'm just going to group these together and show you guys at the same time. So Palm Blast is down forward triangle. He just throws his palms together like that. So you can meter burn it and he'll throw them across the screen. It'll do a little more damage. These are actually pretty good to put in some combos too if you want to throw them up in the air and do some combos. You can do the same thing with Flying Knee, back forward X. And for the Xbox, guys, these are down forward Y for Palm Blast and back forward A for Flying Knee. So you just use these. You can use them in a combo. This is Palm Blast. Meter burn that, does a little bit more damage. Flying Knee, just back forward X. He kind of does a double knee attack. If you don't meter burn it, he just does one knee. Does a pretty good little amount of damage just for, you know, one single attack. But if you meter burn it, he'll do like a double knee and send him flying. So do it in a combo with it like that. I like to chain him into a bunch of combos like every other special move. So you guys can use these to do enhanced damage with Darkseid. I like to use them to kind of just be annoying with and send your opponents flying, give you some time to think. Now, guys, for the last part of his special moves, we're going to talk about the Air Stomp and the Boom Tube. That's just down forward X in the air for Doom Stomp, and for Boom Tube, it's down back X. I'll break these down one at a time for you though, but Doom Stomp you can only do in the air, but you jump down forward X and he kind of stomps on them like this. You can do it from the air, or you can catch them in the air with it. So like if you smack them, catch them in the air, he'll also do this. So if you meter burn it, you will juggle them up in the air. Whoops, sorry about that. Let's see here. You will juggle them up in the air, and you can kind of do more combos with it. So if you meter burn it, juggle them up into the air, you can kind of do other stuff with it, as you see there. Now, Boom Tube is really good to get in on your opponent. It's a teleport move, so you can kind of teleport here, back and forth behind them. But be careful, because if they see you teleport and they're expecting it, they can, you know, surprise you with an attack, because there's a little bit of a time where you have to regather yourself in the thing. So see how I'm pressing buttons here. When I teleport, he doesn't swing for a little bit after I've teleported. So if they're expecting it and they're expecting you to teleport, they can catch you off guard with it. Now, you can use Boom Tube in the air to kind of catch them off guard too, because a lot of people don't even know that he can teleport from the air. So when you use it, it's just down, back, X, and this is all A for the Xbox, guys. So when you use it in the air, he will teleport in the air and come down like this to him. So a lot of times what I like to do is, when you teleport in the air, use Doom Stomp with it. So Boom Tube and then Doom Stomp, just like that. So you can teleport, Doom Stomp, and a lot of times you might not. You have to wait till he's like almost near him like that. So you come in, Doom Stomp like that, and you can kind of juggle him up, do a little more damage to him that way. So it's a good way to get in on your opponents if you're trying to get close, and use it that way. Now for the last part of the breakdown, guys, as always, I like to show you how to use your super move in a combo. So I know a lot of you like to save up your super move and just use that to do some extra damage, so I'm going to show you how to use it here today. But I want to show you first with your super move. A lot of people don't know that you can do this with Darkseid, but you can actually control where his eye beams go. So when you use it regularly, you can see that his eye beams will shoot, but you can like hold back and he'll shoot it backwards. So like if they've jumped over you when you activated that, you can hold back and he'll shoot it in front of him like that when he turns around. A lot of people don't even know he can do that, so they think jumping over you is safe. So if they jump over you and you see it, just hold back towards your front when he turns around. So just hold back like that and he'll shoot it back. Or if you want to shoot it upward, you can hold up and he'll shoot it up like that. Or if you want to shoot it down and they're trying to block and they're blocking down, you can shoot it down like that. So to show you how to combo it into a combo here, we're going to use New Gods. That's forward triangle X, forward Y, A for the Xbox. He just throws them into the air like this, and right after you use it, you're just going to use Boss Darkseid, your super move. Now for the big combo, guys, we are going to use New Gods, forward triangle X, forward Y, A for the Xbox. Throws them into the air like that. After New Gods, we're going to chain in Use As with it. Now Use As, guys, you can meter burn, so it's back square up X, and that's going to be back X up A for the Xbox. So what you're going to do is meter burn it, and when he meter burns it, he slams them down like this, as punches them, and it juggles them up into the air. So you're going to do New Gods, Use As, and then you're going to meter burn it, and it will look like that. Additionally, guys, after Use As, we're going to use Dismissed, and that's just back X. He throws them across the screen like that, or back A for the Xbox. When you use it all together in the combo, it looks like this. After Dismiss, guys, you're going to use Power Burst, and that's just jumping and pressing X, jumping, pressing A for the Xbox. You're going to throw them across the screen after Dismissed and use Power Burst. When you jump in the air, hit them like that. So if you have a problem with doing that in the combo, guys, go ahead and just kind of practice it down here on your feet. Do Dismissed and then Power Burst until you get comfortable with that, so that you can put it in the combo. So once you're comfortable, go ahead and add it into there. So when you do them all together, it's going to look like this. As you saw, I waited till he was a little bit under me, guys, to do the Power Burst. It's important to do that for Doom Stomp, which is down forward X, down forward A for the Xbox. So when you use Doom Stomp, you're going to meter burn it after that. So you really can't connect with Doom Stomp unless you let them get under you like that. Now, it's not as hard as it sounds, but it's just kind of important to do that, because once you Power Burst and kick them like that, they may fly away, but they won't if you let them get a little bit under you like that. So when you do it all together, it's going to look like this. Now after you've meter burned Doomstomp, guys, you're going to add Eternal Desolation, which is just square, triangle, and then the grapple button, which you can use with L1, or you can press square and X together if that's more comfortable for you, but either one works. So it's going to be XY for the Xbox, and then XA together, or the grapple button, which I assume is the left button on the top of the controller. So it just looks like this when you grapple it together, and he'll throw them away like that. So this is the last part of the combo, and when you chain all these together, it looks like this. Alright, that's it. I hope this video helped you guys out, and if you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate a like. That would help me out. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for more Injustice 2 content and other things I'll be doing in the future, so you can stick around for that. Make sure to hit the bell notification so you don't miss anything, and I'll see you guys next time, and remember, as always, stay beastly, my friends.